Hello and welcome to my journal. I'm Steffanie Rivers. Muhammad Ali crossed my mind just a few days before he died. I found a 23-year-old notebook that I carried with me when I was a budding news reporter in Eastern North Carolina. And I was looking back at the notes that I had written about my assignments. And one of the notes said, the live shot that I did without Muhammad Ali. It happened March 12th, 1993. I remember it because it was the best live shot that I never did. Ali was in Wilson, North Carolina for a scheduled event, and I had planned to cover his appearance for my TV station. One thing was, I was excited to meet him because I had never seen him in person, and the second thing was, my station was the only station that was there to cover it, so it was a major coup for those two reasons. Plus, I thought if I do a great job with this interview, the interview will be shown on not just the 12 o'clock newscast, but also the evening newscast and possibly the national news. So I was very excited. So when we started the noon news, the anchor kept cutting back to me for the live shot. And in case you don't know, a live shot is when a reporter does a live interview outside of the TV station. So I had set up in Wilson, North Carolina, where Ali was scheduled to have his event, and I set up right so he could pass me. So if I'm doing my live shot right now, then he would be coming this way, and then I could just stop and talk to him. So that was the plan. The only thing was, nobody bothered to tell Ali what the plan was. So to build the anticipation, my noon anchor, she kept cutting back and forth to me throughout the newscast because we weren't sure exactly what time Ali was going to show up. So when I saw him pull up in his chauffeured vehicle, I told my producer, tell the anchor that he's here, so she could cut to me. So she went to me, and then I started talking about, we're here in Wilson, and this is why we're here, and he's here right now. The champ is here. So if you know anything about Ali, you know that's one of the things he would say to announce his own arrival. The champ is here. So I said that, and he and his heavyweight entourage, they step into the shot. I turn to talk to him, and he keeps going. Okay, so I was afraid to stop him because I didn't want him to have a flashback and punch me in the face on live TV. And even though YouTube didn't exist at that time, I could see now that video being replayed more times than any of his real boxing matches. And so I did not want to volunteer to be punched in the face by Muhammad Ali. And so he was a very imposing figure. He was about 6'4", 250 pounds. He was about 50 years old at this point. But still, I had only seen him on television, and he just looked huge and menacing, not menacing, intimidating is the word. So I didn't stop him. I stumbled through the interview without him. So when I got back to my TV station, the news director was upset because I didn't stop him. Well, of course, he's sitting in his office in the safety of his office chair. He didn't have to face a 6'4", 250 pound former heavyweight boxing champion and try to stop him. So of course he thought that little old me should do that. So I didn't do that, but I did want to take the time to just express my adoration for Muhammad Ali and all that he stood for. He was more than a boxing champion and a boxing icon. He was a leader, a socio-political leader, and he stepped up and he spoke out against things that most people, the masses, would not have had the guts to do, especially if it was something that was going to be unfavorable towards their career and their notoriety. So that's what he did, and I really look up to him for that. A few years ago, I had the pleasure of going to the Ali Center in Louisville, Kentucky, where Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay grew up. And while some of my colleagues went to other places like the Louisville Slugger factory, which I'm sure is a great place, I knew where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to the Ali Center and read all the articles, and I wanted to look at the boxing matches and just to see feel the aura of who Muhammad Ali was and what he meant to so many people. So he proved at least 3 times in the ring that he was the greatest, and he certainly was the greatest at self-publicity. So Donald Trump has nothing on Muhammad Ali. He proved over and over again, Muhammad Ali, that he was the greatest and that he will forever be in the minds of a lot of people a leader. And so I just want to say I admire him and will continue to admire him, and rest in peace, even if he didn't stop for my live shot. To find out more about the things that I care about, go to the written version of my journal. It's at eurweb.com. Thanks, and have a super day.